Lapidus, stone. It all goes back to this rock, this stone of the Taurus field. Oh, I'm going backwards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jabulon. I spoke to a Mosquito Indian in Costa Rica last month. And I said, what's your God called? He says, Javel. Jehovah Baal, Jehovah El, Jehovah Elohim in Hebrew. I knew he was going to say God's name is Javel. I just knew it. And then I said to him, and what do your people say about the earth? Is it this ball, this Copernican, satanic Jesuit Santa ball? He says, well, I hope you don't laugh at me when I tell you, but all the Indians taught that the earth was a horizontal plane and it's stationary. And I just knew he was going to say that because I know my syncretism. I just know the answer. Even I didn't have like a hesitant, oh, what's he going to say? Is he wrong? He's claiming to be this savant, which he was, and he came back directly with the right answer. It's a stationary plane. What do we got here? I haven't really sort of gone back and addressed all these presents. It's been sitting there for a while. Baal is Allah. It's just another way of saying Allah. That's why they go to the cube in Mecca. The cube, Walter Russell says, the cube shape is in counter space. The sphere is spatial. So my body is from a spherical point of view. But in counter space, my body is always walking around in a cube. Walter Russell taught this as well.
A Merkaba?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, Merkaba. Bar is the bowl. Beltane, another cross-quarter day. Imbolic, another cross-quarter day. It's always got Bel, Baal in it. The obelisk. Akbar. Allah Akbar. Well, there it is twice, isn't it? And that's why this month's ending Bur, it's Baal. It's in honour of the god Baal. It's just another derivation. Lots to meditate on here, guys. Look at that, Hannibal Barca, one of the most famous, wonderful saviours who tried to liberate us from the yoke of slavery of Rome. Unfortunately, he failed. He was a hero, in my opinion. He crossed the Alps with elephants and he tried everything to save Spain and the Phoenicians and Carthage from Roman plunder. And they've been plundering us since. And there it is, Hannibal. It's all Baal. And by the way, Barcelona is in honour of him because that's where he came from, to defeat Rome. Bar is Baal. The Bar Society, it's Baal. Raising the bar. Barrister, baron. Bark of the tree, bard, to make, to speak as a bard. A barbarian, it's all... What's a barbarian do? The Romans said everyone who doesn't speak Greek is a barbaros because he's going bar, he speaks rubbish. Can't understand that it's unintelligible. Because bar is the ball, remember? Speaking bull, speaking barbarically. All goes back to the ball, guys. This is the proof. Huh?
The rock.
Exactly.
The rock.
The rock?
Next one. You're on.
The next one?
Yeah, this one.
Oh yeah, I love this. And Jeremiah, and they built the high places for Baal. Of course they did, because Baal is the true God. It's the hyperbola. It's sonoluminescence. God is light. I worship light because light is conscious. It's conscious intelligence, energy. Holy wood. It's all comes from this. And where do they put the kingdom hall? They put it always on the hill. Hill is, again, the rock. Gibraltar. Jabal, mountain. Stele, stole, stone, star, stella, they all come from this. All words go back to those three guys. Horus, Boris, Halus, Gothic for what? Rock, of course. See, when you go through all the languages like I've done, and you do a little bit of research, or a lot, as I've done, and you come up with this, and it all points back to those three words. The trinity of words. All is Atum. Atum is the mother word of all words, and it has two children. Red shift, blue shift. Bull and Tor. Period. No argument. Not after this. These are all the Baals. I can't stop. I'm only like about 1/10 of the way through this. Unfortunately, I don't like to, skim through material. I like to be thorough because I don't like people criticising the truth. Not me. I don't have no ego to speak of. I've done with the ego. There's nothing in this plane that interests me. Nothing. Oh, it's boring. It's beautiful, but on the other hand, it's boring. And truly, I'm out of here. I don't want anything. I don't want Ferraris. I don't want women. I don't want music. I'm out of here. I want everlasting glory. So I've got no ego to protect. People think when I'm on Facebook and I'm defending the truth and rather, Aryan like I am, they think, oh, you're so egotistical, Santos. No, I don't want anybody to defile the truth. I've had enough of these false pedophile pastors standing on their soapboxes teaching bullshit to poor, unsuspecting people and deceiving them. This is the ultimate truth, and there is no other. Baal. It's all Baal. It's all the bull. These are all scriptures in the Bible, guys. Baal Perazim, Baal, and yet the Jewish Bible is full of Baal, and on the other hand, they will criticise it. Oh, it's from the devil, isn't it? You see the tricks, guys? Don't be deceived. I like this one. Bullion. Bull and lion. Both two fixed signs of the zodiac. Oh, Ezekiel and Revelation both paint God as a four-faced creature. The face of a man, the face of an eagle, the face of a bull, and the face of a lion. Well, those are the four fixed signs of astrology, sweethearts. Not anyone who thinks otherwise, that everything's literal in the Bible. Sorry?
I'm fixed on rock, stone, and how that all comes together. I might save you a question when I see it in here.
Oh, you're going to find
stone, rock.
Deuteronomy.
There.
Deuteronomy 30. It'll come up. God is called Sur in Deuteronomy 32:4. Can you see the Taurus there, guys? That's God, and in the footnotes they tell you it means the rock. God is the rock. Taurus. You can just make a D out of that. Durable. Bull. What is durable? Taurus fields are durable, aren't they? My torso is durable. Durable. Everything goes back to the Taurus bull, guys. Blue shift, red shift. It's a blue shift, red shift world. Electrical. The cerebrum, Aries. The cerebrum. The small brain, the cerebellum, is Taurus. Aries rules the top of the head, the ram with his horns, and the bull with his horns rules the bottom of the head and the shoulders. So both of those brains, sensory nerves, motor nerves, are causing your feet to ramble and rumble, rubble, rabble, rabbi, rabbinim, the children of Ra, to revel, to ravel, to be rival, to rebel, Rambo, Hollywood, thank you very much, royal, rule, repel, travel, reveal, revere, replay. Play is another way of saying play. This is a playing field. This is the palace, the place where you live. Aries in French, how do you say it? Bélier. Bellicose. What does bellicose mean? Warmongering. Whatever bellicose polemic, to fight, to fight. Aryans, the fighters. Oh man, there's just hours of stuff in here. These are, again, pure. To purify means to purify with fire. There's so much in here, guys. You know, the L is always the number 12 in the Hebrew, Greek, English alphabet, 12. Because it's a circle, a cycle always has 12 parts to it. That's why L is always number 12 and R is always 18. 6, 6, 6. 12 is 6 plus 6. The Bible has 66 books. 12. Everything's about 12. Jesus and his 12 disciples, Jacob and his 12 sons, Israel and his 12 tribes, Ishmael and his 12 tribes, the 12 loaves on the table in the temple, the 12 precious stones on the ephod of the high priest, the 12 pillars in the temple of my God in Revelation. It's never ending. It's all about 12. The Bible is all riddled and ridden and replete with 12 because it is the greatest astrological treatise that you will ever come across. Spirit, see the word pia? Spirit is air, it's pneumatic, it's to breathe. All these words are related, guys. Please, please be diligent, and I'll put a lot of time into this. You will understand everything. Carbon, carnal. Bond means good. Carbon is 6 neutrons, 6 protons, 6 electrons. It's the number 6 in the periodic table. The good flesh, the good carnal. What is all matter made of? 99.999% of the universe is made of carbon-12, the isotope of carbon. Carbon-12, upgrading to carbon-7. 7 and 12. 12 chromatic musical notes, 7 diatonic musical notes. And these are the 7. An octave. Octave is another way of rounding out the septenary. I don't know. Remember the R in the middle? Abrasion. This is a very good word because abra, in Italian, your lips are called labbra. And in Spanish, you habla with your labbra. Spanish-Italian. Deborah is the prophetess in the Bible. Deborah. Because she abra her labra to speak. In Japanese, daberu, Deborah, means to chat, to speak. In Hebrew, I love doing this stuff. Daber in Hebrew is Deborah, to speak. In Japanese, daberu is to speak. I've connected Hebrew and Japanese so many times. I can give you a million words. Infinite amount of words, because I've learnt those languages. I don't speak Hebrew, but I speak Japanese. They're basic, but I do. So, these are the gra root words. Grail, glory, they're all the same word. Grand, great, gracious, gold, God, gate. I've already done that. Gotta. Gematria, geometry, grammatia. And there it is. You see, that is the gate. They're telling you it's the portal. I have to keep going, guys. There's the root of words. Krishna, Kronos, Christa. Cryptic, to hidden. Remember I said crest means black light. Hidden, dark, resting light. Kryo in Greek means cold. It's also cold. White light is hot. Black light is cold. Kryo. And it also gives you chakra, chariot. Your body's a chariot. It's a Merkaba. Charisma comes from the chrism, the cerebrospinal fluids, that if you practice the right kind of white tantra in your life, you will save all of your fluids and your brain power, and you will restore your nervous system, because when you discharge your fluids and eliminate them, the quicker you die. Thank you, George Carey.
Yeah.
Character, charity, care, charm, karma, carnal, harm, army, all these words, they all are interrelated. And when you meditate on this, you'll get it. You will not. And there's the kiro. Ki, that P, that is an R in Greek. That's the Christ cross, the Constantine cross called the labarum, the kiro. And that's the key root words. Why is it a holy cow? Why does God have the copper C in his temple with 8, excuse me, with 12 copper bulls holding it? Because it's astrological. Thank you, Josephus. Thank you, Philo of Alexandria, who told us that the Bible, whenever it speaks of 12ness, it's speaking about the Greek zodiac. In Strong's Concordance, when Jesus is walking on the circuit of Galilee, just consult your Strong's Concordance. Good little church-going Christians, and it will tell you, thank you, Strong's, that it is the ecliptic of the sun and the zodiac of the Greeks. All right. You see, cow comes from apis. And apis is the apple. So the bull and the apple, it's all the same thing. It all goes back to the Taurus field. Everything goes back there, guys. Well, there's so much interesting stuff here. Where to begin? Yeah, I'm only doing this superficial value, really. My. Can a bull, the priest of Baal, Can is the priest. That's why the Vatican, the serpent priest, Vati is serpent, Can is priest. That's why he's a con man, yeah? Canberra, the capital of Australia, the priest of Bra, because the Vatican owns Canberra, the Vatican, right? Anyway, there's so much there, I don't know. Serapis, the syncretic god of the Hellenes in the time before Hypatia, before they destroyed Hypatia, that they went in and they destroyed the image of Serapis, and then they burned. No, they got Hypatia in the Alexandrian library before they burnt it, and they skinned her alive, and they said the Christian mob absolutely took all the flesh off her bones, that when they threw the bones to the dogs didn't even chew those bones because there was nothing there. That's how zealous they were against syncretism, the Christian Catholic mob of Rome. Okay? Now, I shouldn't use Catholic because it's a beautiful religion. I'm talking the Vatican. Okay? Catholics and Christianity is just a beautiful... I'm Christian. I'm Jewish. I'm everything. That's what syncretism does. It's inclusive, it's not exclusive. I'm all of those things. All of them. Because they are all like different genres of music. I love blues, I love jazz, I love baroque. I'm in love with all the forms under this creation. I said before that I'm wishing to get out of here. Not because, there's a better world waiting for us. And it's not in this conditioned place. Okay? And I know of that world. I see it all the time in my meditation. So that's why I'm not being, arrogant and saying that I'm going to leave this behind and it's all boring. It's just by degrees and just by comparison to what is really there that I use that expression. And even the Gnostic Christians who said that this world is an abortion. It's a horrible abortion of the archons and the demiurge. They weren't saying that in totality, but by comparison. It's just that people who read those Gnostic Gospels, take it the wrong way because they've got mundane minds. Simple. Okay, the bull becomes the veal. You see how veal is connected to bull? Have a look at those words. Even evolve, backwards for love. Love will help you evolve and sublimate and transmute and become better when you go back to cause. Okay? And then vellum, the skin of a veal. It's all connected, guys. Elves.
What about?
Arbor vitae. You know, that's what the phallus is called. The tree of life. Well, because the phallus passes life unto the woman, into the uterus, Taurus. And then phallus becomes phylon, which is actually a leaf. Remember the fig leaves that God gave Adam and Eve? Leaf comes from phil, and you can see backwards, it's phil, leaf. And that's how God confused the languages, because from language to language, see, I speak all the Latin languages. I speak Italian, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and a dialect which I grew up with called Calabrese. So I've got 5 Latin and English, which is a sister language of the Latin languages. So I see how it works. In Italian we say buongiorno. You go over to France and you say bonjour. In Spanish they say buenos dias, and in Portugal they'll say bom dia. You see how things change and shift and mix up? That's the confusion of Babylon. They're all speaking the same language. It's just that certain genetic places will say the same words but jumbled up. It's like a dyslexic thing, but it's all one language. And what is that language? Let's see if we've got it all. We've got it yet. You want to help me with this? Etymology, yeah? We've called this Atomology, this presentation. Well, when you study the origin of words, what do you call that science? There's atom hiding right there. Etymology is atomology. Make no mistake about it. Be more intelligent than the rest of the world, people. Intelligence is godliness. That's what I think. I think intelligence is the most beautiful. Love is beautiful, consciousness, but I love intelligence, you know. I love seeing intelligence in people. And there it is, the physical world. Why is it physical? Because it all manifests in the phi ratio. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, rib. Adam gives a rib to Eve. Well, it's DNA. It's the atom is the DNA. 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 Let's try Dan, which is Adam, and in Japanese man is Dansei. Dansei, Adam, who has DNA. Let's try another mixed up version of that. And, well, if we haven't got Andros, Andrew, which means man, or Andrew, which means manly. Another version is Nad. Nad, you know, your little nadis, your 12 meridian lines and all the nadis. Yeah? Nada means nothing in Spanish, but it means sound in Sanskrit. Sonoluminescence, DNA. Andrew, who has a hand. The hand is what defines a man. Man is also, anyone speaking Spanish? What's a mano? So a man is a hand. Okay? It's all there. These are all just anagrams of each other, of DNA. Dan. The lost tribe of Dan. Why are the Jews worried about one tribe that's lost? Because Dan is Adam, and all the children of Adam, who have anatomies. See, we're all children of Adam. Because we all have anatomies. We're atomic. We're all atomic, so we're children of Adam. You know, are you going to learn this at church? No. So whatever way you look at it, it goes back to the hand, or the manus, the mind, which comes from the moon. The moon is mental. In astrology, it's emotional and mental. What happens on a full moon? You see some lunatics getting around, people going mental, moontal, lunatic, moonsters, demons. It's the moon. It affects your mind. Alright, that's a beautiful page. This is a great page. Phylon, leaf in Greek, becomes phallus, pellis, the stone, etc., etc. These are all interrelated words and they all go back. Oh, and look at all the languages I've done there, guys. It's all one language. These are all genres of one language. I think I'm halfway now. I've got to get... I will do every slide, even if I have to go over. Wow. I don't know what to say, but these are all different etymological roots that go back to your stone there, sister. Oh, who was the stoner?
The stoner is the...
Sister stoner? Yeah. Okay. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. The rock. And rolling around, looping in the pool, the field, fell. Adam and Eve fell. Adam with his phallus. It's all there. On the one side, you have, look at this, wisdom, Isis and Adam. Adam and Eve. Oh. There you go. Turkish. Damat is groom. Funny about that. When you go to the Cuban restaurants around here, what's a woman's toilet? What do they call it? Damas. You see it everywhere, don't you? Oh, huh? You mean Adam, the Adamites with their anatomies? Damas. So you've got Adam, Madam, Dom and Dame, Don and Donna, and Madonna, Dan and Dana, Dimitri, Demeter, Dean, Adina, Daniel, Danielle, Damien, Damiana, Tommy, Timmy, Tammy, Tony and Tina. All done. Anyway, that's a good page. There's a lot there, guys. Can't stop. These are all words within words. So, lexicograms from the paradise, the Garden of Eden. So, the sly serpent did lie. Look at that. Slick lick. When a guitarist plays a slick lick. Slack and lack. Slash and lash. Slip, a slip of the lip. Spill and pill. Spell and pell. One who kills with skill. Slaughter. Laughter. Revolve and evolve. How do you evolve? By revolving in circles of necessity. Cycles of necessity. That's what our souls are doing. Going around and around. Evolving. Anyway. I've got to get to the good stuff. Oh, yeah. Again. See, look at the owl. This is Ken Wheeler's ferrocell. That's the torus field. The plane of inertia and the hyperbola going that way. Flattened out stereographically. But that is a torus field. All magnets are doing that. That's the magnetic field. All magnets. And you see this, the plane of inertia going down here, and then the hyperbola in the eyes. The bull's eye. The Taurus bull's eye. The eye of the storm. Okay, you getting it? It all goes back to that, the true atomic model. Please have a look at that. Decibels, dumbbell, boil. There's a lot there. A lot there. Turnips. Can you see the torus fields there? Turnips. Everything is torsion fields, turning. Why do you talk? When you talk, you create torsion fields. Sound is rotating. When it reaches your ear, it's done many, many circles of rotation. Let's get to some good stuff. Bulk. We've done most of these. There's some more, just this is all sort of miscellaneous. There you go, Taurus. Uterus, clitoris, vulva, it's all part of the body. Guitar, sitar. Tar is torsion fields. String, in all languages, is tar. String. When you pluck it, it makes a tar sound. Bulerías, I play flamenco guitar, so I play bulerías. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That, it's all in 12. Blues, 12 bar, blues. Blues is blue. Bull. Okay, it all goes back to that. The gods, what are they doing? They are turning, or everything is turning. Magnetic fields turning. Krishna's always making butter. Better. Here is a country in Australia before the white man came and planted his Rothschild, Windsor corporate Union Jack flag on that beautiful nation. I used to live only about 20 minutes from that in Queensland. It's one of the original nations in Australia called Turrbal. It's an Aboriginal nation located around the region of present-day Brisbane, Queensland. And I've done Aboriginal words too. Amazing. All goes back to Turrbal, Taurus and the bull. I used to have a car called Torana. It's like a Mustang here. It's a muscle car. I used to love the big V8s with Chevy. Had a 308 Chevy, big, small block, fully worked, Rochester carburetor and all of that stuff when I was young. In fact, there it is. There's me and my sister. That's my Torana, muscle car. The big mags and everything, big Chevy motor in it. And I remember. Okay, so Torana, what does it mean in Aboriginal? To fly. It's Tauruses. Rotating torus fields, torsion. It's in Aboriginal. There's the nation of Turrbal and there's the car. Torana, an Aboriginal word. Bellevue, Bella Vista, everywhere around Miami. Have you seen all these bells? Bellevue, Bella Vista, Balmoral Castle, Bel Air, it's all Bell. Belgravia. There's the crown of Thor. Arthur and his 12 knights, or Thor, Jupiter, Zeus, Jesus with his 12 disciples. Same thing. It's the corona of the sun, which is the crown of thorns. It's always the sun. Arthur and his 12 knights. There you go. Look at all those travelling words. Turn, trail, tread, train, track, truck, tarmac, travel, trajectory. Dori in Japanese is road. Backwards, road. You can see there, same word, but in reverse. There's your lumber, the tree of life. Glastonbury Tor. A tell is a mountain. The L and R being interchangeable. There's your obelisk. The vault of heaven. It's a Taurus field. Tower of Babel. It's a Taurus field. All of this is magnetic. This was Tartarian technology before the Romans and the Jesuits established the electrical grid, which we pay for. Before that, these Taurus fields were channeling energy from the magnetic field for free. And people would go to temples to do two things: heal and consciousness. Healing and consciousness. They were centres of elevating consciousness. Omphalos. Can you see the phal? Can you see the cup? It's a Taurus field. The chalice, the Holy Grail, the Vajra, they're all Taurus fields. The Ouroboros, it's the Taurus field. To bore, to burrow. The phalanx of the Romans, or the Greeks, impregnable, because phal is the rock and it's impregnable. Bellicose, belligerent, polemic, Apollo, blistering, ballistic. All of the ballast, bolster, bullet, bulletin, blast, blaze, all comes from the bowl. Javelin. Remember my mestizo, indigenous friend in Costa Rica? He said his god is Javel. It's javelin. It's the bolt of Zeus, electrical energy. Javel. Baal. Balustrades. Ballast. There's some more words. When you follow along in meditation on all of this, it has, unfortunately, I'll just have to show these slides because it will go online and you can sit there and meditate on one page at a time as long as you like, because you can hit the pause button. So that's the benefit of this. I hope you're getting value nonetheless, and you're getting it. But if you're quick in spirit and in mind, all of this will have absolute, perfect, syncretic value for you. I'm trying to get to some really good slides at the end because it's going to crystallise everything. What do we got? Alright, I've got half an hour until we do answers, question and answers. Again, here are some amazing words from all the languages, all of them. They all go back to this. There's the Taurus field there. Either way you look at it, that's a target or a bullseye, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, tar and bull, it's all there. It's never not this. Pupil, pull, pupil, the eye of the bull. See? And if you're a good pupil and you a good disciple, the disc of the bull, you will learn the Torah, Taurus field. Good pupils always study the Torah. You cannot know God without the Torah because it's talking about rotating fields. God is a rotating field. The Bible tells you. Psalm 84:11, if I'm not wrong. The Lord God is a sun. Wow. Yeah. You mean the Bible tells you that God is a sun, the sun in the sky? Yes, it does. It's in Psalms. You don't have to imagine it, and you're not going to be blasphemous. You can just quote the scripture. It's right there. Hail, holy, holy, hallowed, hollow. It's all the same word, guys. That's why the Pope is telling you with his monstrance. You know how many rays are shooting out of there?
66.
Two less.
64.
Chessboard, 64. Your DNA codons, 64. Why is it 64? Let's do this just quickly. When I do my solar gazing, I always see the cross. There's the sun, I always see this. First thing I do, I look at the sun, bang. It's like fluorescent cross. It's always there behind the sun. That's what I see. Then I squint my eyes a little bit more, just change the pupil configuration, and I see this. Then I go a little bit more and I see this.
Look.
16. Yeah, it is. Can you show the camera?
Yeah.
I took it in the airplane.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's always there. So Christ is the cross, the same word. Remember the Kri root words from the presentation I showed? Then you go a little bit further, dear ones. You go from 16 to... I can only see 32. I get to 32 and I can't see the 64. Notice I've made it red.
Those are the dimensions.
You wonder why the Freemasons have 32 degrees, and then they tell you, that's it. That's what this dude's doing. It's the monstrance. Double that is 64. I can't tell you enough the importance of this, guys. I have to rush, unfortunately. I just hope you're getting value. I'm sure you are. Oh, wow. The eyes of the Lord are in every place. Yeah, because they're atoms. They're eyes, they're bullseyes. Taurus bullets. The hairs of his head are white. Hairs is hare. Hare means the sun. Samson and his hairs. His 7 braids of hair that Delilah got cut with the Philistines. All those 7 braids is Ra, the 7-rayed god. Samson, the 7-braided god. It's the hair of the sun. Because when you look at it, it's hairy. Hare. Oh man, I just laugh at literal religions and what they teach. It's like parents telling their children that Santa Claus is going to come down that chimney. You better keep your camera on the 24th of December because you'll catch him. You won't. There it is, guys. Vortex. What's vol? It's vol. Volume. Volt. Bolt. Pyramid. Same thing. It's pill. All those words, all of them. Orbis terrae. The orb of the earth. It's not telling you that it's a ball. Orb means body, and it means the torus field surrounding it. I'm getting to the good stuff, guys. These are beautiful words in Hebrew. Look at this. Borealis, Hyperborea, Ibaru, Iber, Hebrew, Iberians. Funny how the Iberian Peninsula, Spain and Portugal, is where a lot of the medieval Jews came from, you know. Moses ben forget all the great scholars that came out of Spain that were Hebrews. The Eber River in Spain and the Iberian Peninsula, that's where the Hebrews come from. It's Spain. Siberia. Iberia. In every field there is only torus fields. Water, we call it a whirlpool, pool. Earth, vol. Air, tor. Fire, twister, diabolical. The devil is bol, diablo, diabol. Always go back to the bull and the tor, guys. Don't miss it. You'll miss the whole show. Oh, thank you, Egyptians. What's Kronos doing in the why an hourglass? It's got something to do with time, perhaps. It's all there. There's no mistake. Just pay attention. Oh, this is the Jehovah's Witnesses in New Jersey. Their assembly hall. Oh, well, look at there. You've got the winged sun disk there, and they're going in there, making donations to the Rockefellers and J.P. Morgan, who fund the Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're rubbing it in their noses. You're worshipping the sun, because Psalms 84:11 says, the Lord God is a blazing
sun.
Thank you very much. You good pupils. Horus, the hour maker. horrible, horrific, horus, the sun burns you to death. Look at that word, trauma. It's those devices. It's all atom. There's Noah and his 7 members, the rainbow of Noah, the ark, arco-iris. It's the rainbow, it's electricity. Noah didn't exist literally. Please, people, everyone, the world, anyone watching, please, wakey wakeys. Oh, this is beautiful. Blue shift on the left and red shift on the right. This is one of my favourite pages. I love all of this. And I even went to the detail of making it all sexy and it's crazy. I spent hours on this. But look at that. Shem has 2 sons, Elam and Aram, the ram and the lamb. Okay, here we've got Eve, who is Venus, who is even, who is the wave. Adam, Mars, is odd and the pulse. Radiation wave, transverse wave. Eve is evil, vile, vain, devious, poison ivy. Mars is malum, malicious, malaise. Venereal, venomous, fever. Remember that song? I got a fever. You know, it's all Eve. Malady, malignant, malign. It's Mars because M-A-L is M-A-R. One day she's venerable, one day she's evil. But it's always Eve, to revere, virtue, marvellous. See, now they're good. Here they're bad, and here they're good. So whenever you talk about in astrology that Saturn is evil and the moon, yes, 1/2 of their functions, 1/2 of their archetype, always consider the other half. Always. I hate when people take my work out of context and just, oh, I heard you say that Saturn was evil, and you don't know what to say because people hear what they want to say, what they want to hear. So it's a matter of, but here we go, the wave, Ave Maria, Eve. It's the wave. The sine wave, the sin of Eve, to eat of the apple, which is physical. Adam, onda, yeah? Undulate. It's still the wave. She is the sine wave, he is cosine. Remember when Eve ate the apple? First thing she did was she sinned, the sine wave, so she gave it to the cosine, cosinner, and he also became a sinner. Oh, but the Bible says Eve was the first one to sin. But she seduced Adam, otherwise Adam wouldn't have done that. It's all this. That's sine, and what's this? That's the sine wave, yeah, the sinusoidal wave, sinusoidal. There's the sin. It's the sine wave, the sin of Eve, the wave, Ave Maria, thank you very much, the one who will save you, and the one who gave you your body, your mother, and this is cosine, sine and cosine. We've all been to school and learnt that, haven't we? Anyway, I like some of these. Ever and more. You and ran. Revel and marvel. Oh, there's some great stuff in there. Boaz and Jachem, mercy and severity. It's always Mars and Eve. Severity, Mars, mercy. And the other way around as well. Please don't polarise any of this, please. Whatever is evil on Eve's side is also evil on Mars' side, and vice versa, good and good. Always. You will see this everywhere. Now, isn't it funny how we have Satan in Isaiah 14:12? Oh, how you have fallen from heaven, O morning star. Revelation 22, I have been sent to I am the root of David, the offspring of David, and the bright morning star. Guys, Satan is the Taurus field, Jesus, Baal, is the hyperbola. Period. There's There will never be an argument after this. It's done. There's the Bible telling you that Satan is the morning star and Jesus is the morning star. You just quote the Bible. Oh, I love that one. Yeah. Saturn in astrology is the ruler of Earth, Capricorn, and Aquarius, air. And the Bible says he's the prince and the power of the air, and he is the god of this world, Earth. Then you've got Jupiter, Zeus, Jesus, who is the ruler of, I will baptize you in air and fire. Sagittarius, fire, Jupiter, and Pisces and Cancer, water, the ruler of the baptism of water. He went up out of the water after he was baptized. It's telling you clearly, it's also astrological. It's Satan and Jesus, Saturn and Jupiter. That's the war. And Saturn rules acidity, Jupiter rules alkalinity. It's the war in your body of the pH and keep the hydrogen potential and keeping it balanced in the middle. Satan will always be acidic and Jupiter will always be alkaline. Which one? In the middle. Oh, here are some gems. I just got a fly. One I want to point out is that Zeus is standing on the Mount Olympus, Jesus on the Mount of Olives. One is the father of gods and men, one is the son of man. God of gods, King of kings. Take your pick. Thank you, Christians, for calling Jesus Zeus. Because that's who he is. Jupiter, Zeus, Jesus. Thank you, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, Pentecostals, and all of you churchgoers. Thank you for preserving the true name of God, Zeus. Thank you. So thankful for these churches. They keep talking about, oh, Jesus will save you. I know Zeus will save you. Thank you, churchgoers. Geez, I get fired up, don't I? We've got Aries sun and Leo rising. Wow. Ascendant. That's hot. Oh, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. 7 is to sever. When white light goes through the prism and gets severed into 7, you have Snow White, magnetism, and the 7 dwarves, the colours of the rainbow. The sun has always got his arc in 7 colours, helping him to make the world, and that's who the dwarves are. Oh, this is a beautiful page. Got no time. Sorry. Again, the lamb and the bull, Aries and Taurus. This is... I spent hours making these and I could spend days explaining them all. There you go. The Tartarian Empire worshipped a lamb called Baramets, and the Freemasons have Baphomet. Baramet, Baphomet. Same word. There's the Pleroma, the menorah. There it is, Deuteronomy 32:4. Sorry, I misquoted, I said 34:2. Here it is, the rock, Sur. And look at, in Italian, blue is azzurro. The Italian football team, they wear the blue, and they're called the azzurri, the blues. Huh? Well, that's the Tsur. Tsur is the Torah. It's all the Torah's field. It's all the Torah's field. Please learn the Torah.
In Russian, it's Tsar, it's king.
Yeah, the Tsar. Exactly. It comes from Tsur. Hail Caesar. Hail is Hare. Hail is Helios. The Torah's field. Everything goes back to Atum Bulto. Period. And this is, in my opinion, this is comprehensive, exhaustive proof. Undeniable. Undeniable. Lapis lazuli. What colour is it? Blue. Blue. Thank you very much. Oh man, I've done... There's so much in here. Christ is the living stone? What? Christ is the Lamb of God? The lion of the tribe of Judah. Oh boy, this is a satanic religion. Oh, all these horrible animals. Oh, run away. You know, here the churchgoers condemning you for saying that you're, you know, Aries or Taurus and all these animals. The Bible's full of it. Revelation has 29 times it calls Jesus the Lamb of God. What say you worship a lamb? What's the matter with you, churchgoer? Because these are archetypal animals that are archetypes of the energy of the ecliptic. Simple. Bumandala, there it is. The Tsar, there you go. There's your Russian. До свидания, не забудь моё страдание. That's probably the only thing I know in Russian. There you go. Mars, Tyr. Funny, isn't it? What's a martyr? Well, that's Mars, and Tyr is Mars in Teutonic. And a martyr is a martial guy who dies in war for his cause. Okay? Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Martin. All names, all of them, go indirectly through all the 7 planets back to the sun in the middle. All your names here, they are all solar. Santos, the sun. Whose name?
Tiffany.
Okay. Phanos, light, the sun. Tiffany, which is epiphany, the sun, light. Paulina, Apollo, Saturn, goes back to the sun. That's what Macrobius said in the 4th century. All the names of the gods, all of them. Neoplatonists of the 4th century said they all go back to the sun. Just give me any name, or just think of your name, and it all, whether you're a female or a male, they are all the sun. I've done this in other presentations, I don't have to do it here. You can go to my YouTube channel, it's all there. There you go. There's Mithra killing the bull, there's Samson killing the lion. This is the sun going through the signs of the zodiac, because when the sun goes through Taurus, it kills the bull. It's symbolic, it's not literal. Jupiter and his bull, you know, he raped the bull Europa. It's